Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jordan and welcome to my November TBR. Can you believe this is already the second to last TBR I will make for this year? I cannot believe it. I have so many books left to read, but we are going to take it 1 month at a time, and really 1 week at a time is kind of how I separate my reading. November is going to be no different. I have lots of reading vlogs planned. I have a readathon, and then I just have other random books that I want to get off of my physical TBR before the new year. So let's talk about it. First of all, I did mention readathon. In case you missed it, I have an announcement video on my channel announcing Slaughterfest, which is going to be a creepy readathon happening in November. So in case you don't fit in all of your spooky reads in October, you do have a chance to roll them over into November. This readathon is going to be happening November 7th through the 13th. We've got reading prompts for you to follow. We've got reading sprints and live shows to help keep you motivated. I am co-hosting this with Beth from Beth's All Booked and Ashley from Ashley's Little Library. I will of course have that video linked in case you didn't already get all of the details, because I'm not going to go into all of them now, but the books that I am planning on reading for that readathon, I only have 2 planned for sure. I'm sure I'll add some to the TBR as I get to that week. But for now, the first book I know I'm gonna get to is Cirque Berserk by Jessica Guess. This is a horror book set at a creepy circus. There are scary clowns. I don't know anything about it, but this is the buddy read book for the readathon, so I will definitely be getting my hands on it. I don't have my copy yet, but I will for that week in November. And then the second book that I want to for sure read that week is Sundial by Katrina Ward. This is not the cover that I have seen most often for this book. This is actually the European cover of this book. I bought it when I was in Europe in September. This for sure will fit the prompt of an animal on the cover because that is a very scary wolf. And yes, this is like shiny and metallic and I love it. But I also for sure want to read this during that readathon because I know that Ashley, one of the co-hosts, really likes this book as well. So I figured I could read it during the readathon and talk about it with her. Other reading vlogs that I will be doing in November, I will be reading my October Book of the Month picks. I picked 3 in my box. The first main pick that I picked is The Family Game by Catherine Steadman. This is a thriller about a prestigious family who has a really weird like tradition, deadly game type situation. Sounds fun. And then I picked As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow by Zulfa Katou. This is a young adult historical fiction book set in Syria, which I think is going to be very hard-hitting and eye-opening. And the third book that I picked and that I will be vlogging is Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. Not sure how I'm gonna like this one because I'm pretty sure it has to do with witches, and whimsical, fantastical books like that are not usually my thing, but this book has gotten rave reviews, there are movies, and I know a lot of people love it, so I'm gonna give it a chance. And then on top of my Book of the Month vlog, in November, I will also be doing an Aardvark vlog, and I will talk more about Aardvark in that vlog, but it's basically a book subscription service really similar to Book of the Month that I decided to sign up for and try out, and I got 2 books from that service. The first is called The Night Ship by Jess Kidd. I think this is a historical fiction book about 2 ships that sunk centuries apart but have some kind of intertwining storyline between the 2 of them. And then The Marsh Queen by Virginia Hartman, which sounds like a mystery really similar to Where the Crawdads Sing, which is a book I really loved. So if this gives me similar vibes to that book, I'm sure I will like it as well. So now, aside from those reading vlogs that I will for sure be putting out in November, I also have 5 just random books that I want to get to at some time throughout the month. I think they're all going to be pretty quick, easy reads, so if I just need like a palate cleanser or something, that's when I'll fit these in. The first is In the Quick by Kate Hope Day. This is a sci-fi book. I picked it up because of the cover because it's pink and it has an astronaut on it, so I hope it's some good feminist sci-fi. I've been holding on to this for a few months now. I bought it in the summer, so I want to get it knocked out, and it's pretty short, like less than 300 pages. And then speaking of pink books and another cover by, we've got Arrival Stories, which is a collection of women sharing their experiences becoming mothers, which was collected by Amy Schumer and Christy Turlington Burns. Amy Schumer is a comedian and actress that caught my eye as the collector of stories for this book. Plus, I am a mother myself and I'm very interested in hearing other mothers' stories, so I'm sure I will relate to this a lot and hopefully learn a thing or 2 Also super short, so should be a quick hitter. Then we've got Wonder by R.J. Palacio. This is a middle grade contemporary novel. It has been adapted into a movie. I've seen the movie, I love it. I picked this book up at a used bookstore near me and have just been meaning to read it because I love the movie so much, and also because it's a middle grade book that I hope to hopefully one day pass on to my kids and maybe read it with them because it's a very moving story. So excited to read this one. Then I want to make time for My Oxford Year by Julia Whalen. I picked this book up because this is the author of a book called Thank You for Listening, which I listened to this summer as part of a romance reading vlog. Julia Whalen is a very popular audiobook narrator who is also an author. This is her debut book that came before the book of hers that I've already read. Because I enjoyed that one so much, I wanted to give this one a try. I think this is about a college student who studies abroad at Oxford or just goes to Oxford or something like that. One more book that I want to read in November is called Jackpot by Nick Stone. I don't really know anything about this book. I have read from Nick Stone before and I really loved her writing. And this book I actually got from, you know, at the store sometime on some boxes like Pop-Tarts or cereal or waffles or something, there's like a get a free book icon, like when you purchase that item. Well, I did that. I bought one of those. I went online, did the thing where you submit the receipt, and then they had a catalog of books to choose from. Most of them are children's or middle grade or young adult books because I think it is like a children's reading program type of thing. But they did have a few titles that I was actually interested in. So I did it. I picked this book. They sent it to me. It's real. And I'm just excited to read it. I think it's young adult, hopefully hard-hitting contemporary like the previous books by Nick Stone that I've read, and hopefully it's a winner. So those are the books that I plan to read in November. Hopefully I will fit in even more on top of that, but this is a good starting point. Please let me know, 1, if you've read any of the books that I mentioned here and what your thoughts were, and 2, what books are you planning to get to in November? Other than that, I don't have anything else, so thank you so much for watching this video and I will see you in my next one.